That's the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
What the world needs now.
I dance, you dance, he dances. Why?
Alright, so I just came from watching Joker 2, Folie à Deux. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly. Now, going into this film, I had not seen the trailer. However, I had seen online discourse that this movie might be a musical. Before I went to watch it, I had Googled it. I was trying to know like when it releases so that I can get to watch it, and I had already seen like a lot of negativity around it. But I said I'm going to watch it and give it my own thoughts, my own independent thoughts that are not influenced by outside ideology. So this is going to be a non-spoiler review. I'm going to try and avoid any major details. Let's start with the fact that the intro to the film had me thinking that I was watching the wrong film. I was like, what the F is going on? If you've watched the movie, you know what I'm trying to talk about. I actually wanted to ask around, is this like Joker 2 or what is this intro? I was so shocked. Arthur is in jail, awaiting trial. There's this chick who I don't know if she's supposed to be her psychologist or lawyer or both. I think she's played by the lady from Get Out. That lady from Get Out. In Get Out, she's also a psychologist, therapist, or whatever. Anyway, they're basically trying to say that we're going to go to court and plead MPD. So I'm a student of psychology. I did a degree in psychology. MPD is multiple personality disorder, though I don't think nowadays they call it that. There's a more modern name, but MPD is easy to understand, multiple personality disorder. You just basically say that it wasn't Arthur who did the horrible things in the first film. He has like an alter ego called the Joker that took over and did everything. This movie is 2 hours. Woo! The first hour is woo! The second hour is much better, and I use the term better in quotes. First hour, Arthur is just this beta male. He's just this beta male getting slapped around. He's just this mop of a character. I know he's in prison, but I don't know. I was just, when I was watching him in prison, I kept thinking about Michael Scofield, and I thought the movie was going to like take, I don't know, this prison break vibe. I had not watched the trailer, so I thought because he's this, he's Joker, he's going to be in prison and he's going to be like running all these gangs and he's going to be like planning an escape. I thought that's what the film was going to be about. Around the 20-minute mark, Arthur Fleck begins singing Bro Has No Pitch, and he is super out of tune. Lady Gaga plays Harley Quinn, heavily miscast in my opinion. I think the best Harley Quinn will always be that other blonde girl. You know her. Joker, in the first hour, he is this huge beta male. Lady Gaga has bigger balls than him. There's this part where Lady Gaga says, hey, let's leave this place, and Joker is like, oh no, I can't leave, they'll shoot me. So I'm like, who is this beta male we're being forced to watch? The film reminds me of The Crow remake. If you watch The Crow remake, you kind of get what I'm trying to say. They were trying to do the whole "you're crazy, much is my crazy" vibe. I just came from reviewing Deadpool 2 the other day, and in Deadpool 2, Deadpool 3, they have that same line, "you're crazy, much is my crazy." The musical element is not a bad idea. I'm not one of those people who gets turned off by music easily, unless it's the Acolyte where they're like, the power of one, the power of two, the power of many. Unless it's that. Even Agatha Harkness, the singing didn't turn me off. Episode 3 of Agatha Harkness had singing and people were so turned off by it, but I wasn't turned off by it. So in this film, I wasn't going to get turned off by the singing. In my head, I was just like, as long as you execute it well. The musical side of the movie is used to basically tell you what's happening in Arthur's head. I guess that's why when you Google this film, they tell you that it is a psychological thriller, because they're trying to show you what's happening inside here. Lady Gaga, of course, she can sing, but bro, she feels like she's in the wrong movie. She feels like she's in the wrong movie. Every time she opens her mouth to sing, she feels like she's in the wrong movie. As I said earlier, she feels miscast. She likes Arthur because basically she's like a groupie. And there's this scene where Arthur is like thrown in the hole, and then something happens, which I don't want to say because it would be a spoiler, but that scene was so unnecessary. The whole premise of the film is that he's in jail awaiting court, and then you see what the court says. So it's this 2-hour bloated film that's highly predictable. A film, you shouldn't be able to tell what's going to happen, but if I know that he's going to be in court, if he's going to be in prison and then go to court, that's already, I already know what's happening. Like, I already have a good idea, a sense of what the plot is going to be. The movie is 2 hours plus. By the time I was at the 2-hour mark, by the 1 hour mark, then I saw I had 1 hour remaining. Jesus Christ, bro. Holy Lord. I was like, what is this pacing? It's not, I don't want to say that the movie is garbage or anything like that. It's just, what is this pacing? It is taking its sweet time and you can feel every bit of it. The casting is weird. Like, Arthur Fleck befriends this one dude who looks like a hobo, Keanu Reeves. And then one of the guards is played by this fat dude from Troy. Weird casting choices. This film is basically a love story. That's what it is. I mean, Harley Quinn and Joker. That isn't really a spoiler. Harley Quinn and Joker. It's a love story. That's what they were trying to pull off. A love story with like this psychological angle. But the movie is just so badly executed. It was draining my soul, this film. At some point, Arthur has like this one image in his head where he like beats up the judge, and suddenly my interest chipped up. And then I don't want to spoil, but there's this thing that Joker does in court, and I was genuinely convinced that the movie is trolling us. Like, surely you've made this character a joke. Joker, yes, you've made this character a joke. Especially, like, there's this part where he says, "That's all, your honor," with the H. Like in Family Guy when they do whip, cool whip, yeah? So he says, "That's all, your honor," and then he does like the Looney Tunes vibe. Din, 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 din. And then they break into like this church choir song. And then later on, there's this part where Arthur is giving this joke about how his mom used to date abusive guys. And then he asked his mom, "Why do you keep dating them?" And then the mom said, "Beats the hell out of me." It's like me, I think this movie was trolling us. Me, I'm convinced this movie was made to troll the audience. I mean, because he's a clown and, the whole thing is meant to be like a joke. Like, the movie is like this satire. That's there I'm seeing it because I don't understand how you could make a film like this. Or it's either satire or the director, he hates Joker because even the ending, what was that ending? It was such a miserable ending. Anyway, I'd still watch this over Madame Web because at least this movie takes itself seriously, and Joaquin Phoenix, he does an okay-ish job with the garbage script he's given. Out of 10, this movie gets a 4 out of 10 from me. Some good ideas in there, but terrible execution and pacing. If you enjoyed my review, make sure to smash like and subscribe. Definitely the first movie was leagues better. This one tried to do some experimental stuff, and for more reviews, I'll leave them here in the comments. Tell me what you thought of this film if you've watched it, and then I'll see you next one.